Hey guys, how you doing? It's John Goyak here, Master Game Changer, Reframe Your Game, and CEO of the Goyak Group. Hey, I want to talk to you about reframing, and it hit me really hard today in my study for Garrett that I need to reframe. We all need to reframe. So what's that about? Today the secret out of DOTCOM Secrets was about the value ladder. So what is that? It's really a model that you use when you have an online business. How do you attract people? What's the bait you put out? What's the next level of satisfaction? How do you build up your value, then build up your price as you go over time? Well, for me, someone born in the Stone Age, I'm sitting there going, well, that's not really the way my business works. And I've got all this resistance to that. But you know what? You got to take that off. Even your game changer did it, man, because I'm sitting there saying, look, I grew up in a business where you went in, you did a good job, you're invited back in, you just went and killed it, and you grew. And that's kind of like the way lots of people grew up. But in the new business world, in the new business model, in the shifted business, you got to do things differently. And even though you may not be an online marketer, you need to take an online strategy the way you approach things. So what do I mean by that? So the concept that's put forward in .com Secrets is you put out something that attracts someone, a bait, something that gets them interested. And then you deliver a little more value, deliver more value, more value, more value. With each delivery of value and product and service, you then start to build up your price with a price point in mind. So kind of worked in reverse for me for my business, because in 1994, which seems like a Stone Age away, I set up my company to provide a certain set of services. And they were the best in the business. That's what I was committed to doing. Because of the success of those, I had clients pull me to, I call the left, to earlier in the process of winning, to get to a point where we were actually influencing clients, government clients and commercial clients, to change the way they were thinking about their problem, their acquisitions, and help shape that to be able to help us position our clients more effectively. And we still do that today. But you know what? It's the product. If you turn it around, I could have done, hey guys, this is the way if you do this, here's the whole process. And if you get into this process here and you start with how do you attract your customer, how do you get them engaged, what's the next level of value you want to deliver to them, and then use that same value ladder to coach my clients into a way to position themselves better with their customers, usually government customers for my business, but it applies across the board, guys. And I just go off of what I've been doing for the last 34 years. But the analogs are there. It's all the same. Like I said in my post yesterday, the clues are everywhere. You just got to use them. So through this very hard Croatian head, I finally got it. There's a pattern that you can use to really ramp up your value quickly, because it's all about acceleration. It's all about speed. It's all about creating space, so you can really make a difference quickly for your clients. So, a couple things, takeaways here, as we get ready to go into a great Thanksgiving holiday season here. But one is you need to really take a look at how you perceive your own offering. Turn your hat around. That's one of my favorite phrases. Turn your hat around. What am I selling? What am I selling myself? What am I selling you? Right? And how does it work? And what do I want to hear? And what am I really looking for? And what's really important to me? Because so many people don't do that. Again, in a couple of my other videos, I've talked about how people going with their one each corporate briefings or capability briefings, and all they do is talk about themselves. I got to tell you, the customer could give a shit less about you. Your customer only cares about them, their problems, and can you fix them or not? And you got about 2 minutes to tell them what the answer is. Okay, that's it. And the rest of it's just greeting and eating donuts or drinking coffee or whatever. But seriously, why wouldn't you want to play that way? So you need to reframe your game. We all need to reframe our games radically to be able to be much more effective, to get to the solution quicker, to get to the kill quicker, the target quicker, and to really provide value quicker, because they're comparing you all the time, right? There are tons of guys running around selling fitness programs, supplements, consulting, frick you name it, man. There's 20 guys at least sitting there chomping at your heels at all times. In my business, people used to ask me, who are your competitors? And I said, I don't have any. They said, what do you mean? You do this and you're consulting? I said, no, we do things a different way. And all that's true. I didn't put together the equation or the formula as to how you maintain continuity through that. And so it was really one-off kinds of things. I came up with a concept called the partnership model, but there was no real way to maintain the consistency and the contact through that. So this value ladder process, where there's a stepwise ramping up constant of the value you're providing, And that's underpinned by a way to stay in constant contact with your customers or your clients, to be able to continually check in with them, provide them more value, more feedback, whatever. That online business model can work for a more traditional business. And by the way, when you apply a non-traditional strategy to a traditional business, you get a new business. And by the way, that you blow the other people away. That's why we're here. That's why God put us here, to do better, right? So anyway, I wish you to think about it. It was a real breakthrough for me today, because I've been struggling. Garrett's been beating me up, and I've been beating myself up. Garrett been beating me up. But for the past 6 months, about John, you just need to do this. And it finally just, again, Croatian. Hey, got through it where you say, wow, there are analogs out there. There are messages. There are clues. There are models. They're all around you. And if you're out there saying, God, I just can't do this, or I just don't see it, or, hey, I'm just like everybody else, or worse, it's just a job, guys, there's gold out there. And it's just not gold for money. It's gold for your soul, because you get to make a difference. You get to walk away being fulfilled. You get to really walk in proud, long, tall, and be able to change the world. And how do you feel when you do that? Or how do you feel when you go home and say, well, another day, another dollar, I'm done, maybe tomorrow. So you get to choose. We all get to choose. And is it risky? Is it a challenge? Is it were you uncomfortable? Do you have to expose yourself? Could you fail? Sure, but what the fuck? That's how you learn. Nobody said this life was going to be easy, and I got to tell you, if God ain't proved that to you yet, or your life ain't proved that to you yet, you ain't been living. And the harder it is, the more painful it is, the better you get. As we say, the more pain, the more power. And that's kind of the way it is. And so it's up to you. Do you want to play small or play big? I want to go to the show, and I want all of you guys to go to the show in your specific domain, or with your specific projects, or your specific goals, objectives in your life, and not just to go and make money. It's not just about that. But you got to level up in all areas, man, because if your relationship with your wife isn't good, or your kids isn't good, what the hell, who cares how much money you make? You're a failure. If you don't have a good spiritual connection, if you're not centered and solid inside, you don't have a good relationship with God, what's the point? And if you're in crappy physical shape and you hack your way through meetings or whatever, or you can't get up in the morning and feel power, what's the point? So a little segue out of that is that, look, it's all about leveling up your game and reframe your game across the board. That's what we do at Warrior. And that's what I want to do through this reframing thing. It takes off from your business and then opens up new perspective to help you arm up. So when you walk in whatever arena, whatever engagement, whatever challenge, whatever board meeting, whatever, you walk in powered up. You're ready there. You're present in your mind and your body. You're present there in your spirit. You got your soul. You're on fire. You're sitting there, you know why you're doing this, because it matters for you, your family, and your relationship, and you're walking that night a hero, and it's for your business. So when you think about life that way, you get four-dimensional life. And four-dimensional life is where it's at. And that's where you got to be if you want to be a warrior and you want to change the world. And reframing your game is all about getting you on the path to do that. So kind of a complex one today. It was going to start off easy, but just seen so many people burn down, and just simply give up. It's not worth it. So I just have striven to push as hard as I can and push myself. I'm not perfect. Hell, I ain't got all the answers, man. But I got to tell you, I'm willing to work and continue to work to be able to provide you value, so I can help you level up and provide the results, or the ashes of 34 years of service, leadership, and experience, and failures and successes to help you get there faster, get there tougher, get there higher. With that, this is John, Game Changer. Reframe your game. God bless you all. You have a blessed Thanksgiving. Take care. Adios.